You have already met 5 cases, singular and plural, of nouns ending in the letter A. Today they get a name. Every Latin noun whose nominative singular ends in this vowel belongs to one family.
Casa agricola e sparva.
By the end, you will read that easily. This family is called the First Declension. It is also named the Ā-Declension because the vowel A runs through nearly all its endings. First, 4 new nouns.
Casa.
A cottage.
Cena.
Dinner.
Gallina.
A hen, a chicken.
Insula.
An island. Remember it inside the English word peninsula. Now 4 new verbs, each one person singular.
Habitat.
He, she, or it lives or inhabits.
Laudat.
He praises. Hear it in the English word Lord.
Parat.
He prepares or gets ready.
Vocat.
He calls or invites. Think of vocation. And 3 short words you will need.
Ad.
To toward, used with the accusative for motion toward.
Deinde.
Then next,
Ubi.
where. Here is the full singular, using the model word for lady. The base never changes, only the ending does. Nominative, the subject.
Domina.
The lady, genitive, the possessor.
Domine.
Of the lady or the ladies. Dative, the indirect object, to or for.
Domine.
To or for the lady. Accusative, the direct object.
Dominam.
The lady, ablative, separation, means or place.
Domina.
From, with, by or in the lady. Notice the genitive and the dative singular look identical. Now the plural. It expresses the very same relations as the singular. Nominative.
Domine.
The ladies, genitive.
Dominarum.
Of the ladies, dative.
Dominīs.
To or for the ladies, accusative.
Dominās.
The ladies, ablative.
Dominīs.
From, with, by, or in the ladies. Here the dative and ablative plural share one form. So a single ending can wear more than one meaning. Context decides. Pull a word apart, and you'll see the engine. The part that never changes is called the base. The changing tail is the termination. Take the word for woods.
Silva.
There the base is the first part and the ending is the final vowel. Try declining this aloud, splitting base from ending.
Pugna. Terra. Luna. Ancilla. Corona. Silva.
What gender are these words? In English, living things are masculine or feminine, and the lifeless things are neuter. But Latin gives even lifeless things a grammatical gender. A stone is masculine, a cliff is feminine, a rock is neuter with no logic to memorize. Here is the rule that saves you. Nouns of the first declension are feminine, unless they name a male. So the word for sailor and the word for farmer are masculine, though they end in the same vowel. Watch the cases do real work. Listen.
Sona est grata agricole.
The dinner is pleasing to the farmer. The dative names the one toward whom the feeling is directed. Pleasing to him. Once more.
Cena et grata agricole.
Now a follow scene.
Bona filia agricole cenam parat.
The good daughter of the farmer prepares dinner. Again.
Bona filia agricole cenam parat.
Your turn. Translate this into English.
Agricola cum filia în casa habitat.
The farmer lives with his daughter in the cottage. The ablative endings show association and a place. Now this one.
Deinde filia agricole gallinas ad cenam vocate.
Then the farmer's daughter calls the hens to dinner. The accusative plural ending marks the hens as the ones called. Now go the other way. Put this into Latin. Where does the farmer live?
Ubi agricola habitat.
And the farmer lives in the small cottage.
Agricola in casa parva habitat.
You now command the entire first or Ā-Declension. 5 cases in both numbers, the base with its changing terminations and the gender rule. Feminine unless the noun names a male. You added 4 new nouns, 4 new verbs, and the small words for where, then, and toward, plus the question word meaning whom.
Quem agricola lauda.
Next, we turn these endings loose in longer sentences. To practice what you just learned, this course has free exercises and AI graded feedback on ludium.ai. The link is in the description.